Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Morgan Jones. Morgan is a character that, when you think about it, he's been a part of the Walking Dead franchise for a long time. He was in the very first episode back in 2010. He's one of two characters from the first episode that could potentially be still alive, along with Rick. I've always felt like there's kind of something special about Rick and Morgan. I mean, every time Rick and Morgan reunited together in a scene, it just seemed like there was that special connection. And maybe the fact that Morgan and Rick, they're the two big ones from the first episode. They're the two originals. I mean, there's Dwayne, there's Shane, but they're dead. Rick and Morgan are the big two that are still alive from the first episode, and I think that's kind of helped keep them alive, maybe, and I've got no problems with that. I mean, The Walking Dead has definitely killed its share of main characters. I mean, there's characters in Game of Thrones. There's like 20 characters in Game of Thrones that are in the first episode, and they're still alive. At least like 15. I'd guarantee there's 15 characters in Game of Thrones, some major, some minor, they're still alive at the end of Season 7. And, compared to The Walking Dead, which just like everyone's dead. I mean, everyone's fucking dead. It just, the show's, it's kind of just like it's like a comedy. It's like no matter what, everything has to end with characters dying. If I was writing a show about the zombie apocalypse, I don't know if it would be like that. I think, I don't know. I mean, I'm not writing the show. It's its own show. It's its own style. It wants to be relentless and wiping out everyone from the face of the earth. And just killing everyone off. But I kind of feel like when it comes to Rick and Morgan, like if you're gonna do that, then that's an even cooler reason to keep Rick and Morgan alive, to just have them like defy that rule. They're the two originals. They're just like the two survivors. Maybe have it be to where like they're cursed or something. I mean, Morgan thinks he's cursed. That's a part of the reason why he's still alive, because he's convinced himself that he's cursed. Whether or not he is remains to be seen. He might eventually get bitten or something and he'll realize he's not cursed. I hope that doesn't happen, because I really, really, really like the character. I like Morgan more than Rick. In all of The Walking Dead, Abraham's my favorite character, and Morgan is my second favorite character. So Abraham, he's my favorite, and I kind of feel like he just got the short end of the stick. He was only on the show for 2.5 seasons, and then there was a lot of episodes in that 2.5 seasons that he did not appear in, because they were just episodes about one or two characters. I know there's an episode about Maggie and Carol that I couldn't stand. There's just episodes about one or two characters, and it just seemed like 42 minutes of nothing really happening. And in the episodes that Abraham was in, he didn't get a lot of lines, and then I just feel like his death was the red herring to the bigger death that everyone cared about more. I mean, let's be honest, most people cared about Glenn more than Abraham. I don't know why the writers didn't see that coming. I don't know why they just had Abraham be the red herring. I feel like a character like Abraham and an actor like Michael Cudlitz deserved better than the red herring to Glenn. I don't know. I could rant all day about how Abraham's death pisses me off and how I'm against it and disagree with it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spare all of you from that. But like I said, he's my favorite. Morgan's my second favorite character, and it's kind of cool that my second favorite has done pretty well. I mean, he survived the first 8 seasons when you think about it. He was in 6 of them. He wasn't in 2 and 4. He was in the other 6 out of the first 8. Sometimes just 1 episode, sometimes 2 episodes or 3 episodes, but he was in them. He survived them. Most characters didn't. That makes him kind of cool. And I really like him. He's just a badass. He's interesting. I like him when he's crazy. I like him when he's a good person. I like Lenny James. Lenny James just has so much depth, and I feel like you could just. He's kind of I don't think he has an expiration date. I don't think he's one of those characters that necessarily just has a conclusion to their story. I think he's a character like Carol, like Daryl. Carol and Daryl have lasted 9 seasons of The Walking Dead. They've done better than Morgan has done. Morgan kept leaving, kept not being a part of the show. Carol and Daryl have lasted all the way through 9 seasons. And judging from the contracts with the actors and everything, I don't think they're going to be killed off anytime soon. I think right now Michonne, Daryl, and Carol are unkillable because they're just like the top three with Rick and Maggie gone. They want to make sure that they hang on to that top three no matter what, as sort of a contingency plan. We're going to have that top three no matter what. Michonne, Daryl, Carol. And I think Morgan should be the same. I think they should hold on to Morgan. They've killed so many characters. They've gotten rid of so many characters. I wish they'd take a break from that. I think Morgan is the perfect character to take that break with, to do something besides kill someone, like do something else with that character. Why can't someone live in the zombie apocalypse? Isn't that the point? The struggle to live? If it always ends in tragedy and death, I mean, I don't know, why can't someone just be in the zombie apocalypse, build a nice place, I don't know, survive and just survive? I mean, that's how, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to kind of mix it up a little bit. And I agree that maybe most characters should die, but I really feel at this point that Morgan should be one of the characters that just survives on and survives. And, it's like war, someday he's going to be 90 years old and everything's peaceful now, and he's going to be the one telling the little kids about all the stories, and maybe he's got PTSD or something, or he's just haunted by everything, but he lives. He's one of the ones who lives, and he gets to tell the stories of everyone else, and he gets to tell all the stories. I think that's a good fit for Morgan. Just to have Morgan survive, for fuck's sake. I mean, at this point, if we're still watching the show, we've proven our toughness. We've survived so many of our favorite characters probably getting killed. There's a big chance that your favorite character has died on the show. What with all the characters that have died? So if we're still sticking with us, give us something besides death for once. I mean, I don't know. They can still kill a shitload of characters without killing Morgan. I don't see why Morgan has to die. I don't see why it's required. I remember in season 3, episode 12, Clear, where I was surprised by what they did with Morgan. I mean, they made him this really interesting, crazy person, but they also made him a guy that was a survivor. Yeah, he had 100 traps, but he was a survivor. He was a guy that was on his own in a zombie apocalypse that was probably going to live a long time. And I was surprised by the ending because I was so used to... I mean, Season 3 was a bloodbath. They killed everyone. Axel, Oscar, Lori, T-Dog, Merle, Andrea, Milton, and more, a lot of other minor characters. They killed a lot of characters in one 16-episode period, some of which were underdeveloped. And I was surprised by, with Morgan, they did something different, like radically out of nowhere. Not only did he not join the story, rejoin the group or rejoin Rick and stay in the story, but they didn't kill him off either. They just let him be out there. He's just that guy that's out there. And I want that from Morgan. I want Morgan to always be that guy that's out there. I don't think Daryl's ever going to die. I don't think Carol's ever going to die. I think if they were going to die, they would have died by now. So if Carol and Daryl can be indestructible, why can't Morgan? He's the main character of Fear the Walking Dead. You must have seen something in him. You replaced Madison with him as the main character. You killed off Madison. I'm great with that. I'm cool with that. I kind of feel bad for Madison fans. I understand if you like Madison, I can understand why you expected more. Totally. But as someone who loved Morgan, I was happy to see Madison get killed and Morgan take her place. The main character spot's pretty safe. It did pretty good for Rick. The actor that played Rick left and he survived. So being a main character is not the worst spot to be in, because the one in the other show survived even when the actor left. And you should, I think, just replacing the main character with another main character, killing the first main character, replacing them with another one, and then killing that one off, that just makes it look like you guys don't want to make up your minds. Keep Morgan on the show. I know some people have been criticizing Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, but please, for the love of God, please don't kill Morgan in an attempt to fix that. That's not the solution. I don't even think that's what most people are talking about. Keep Morgan alive. Keep him alive. Keep him alive. Just have him be one of the people that live. He doesn't even have to be on either show. I mean, he's left The Walking Dead twice. 3 times or whatever. You know, he's just that guy that's always out there. Just keep it that way. I mean, there's people out there that have been watching the show since 2010. If you really like Morgan, that's a long time. You really have that long of a connection with him. He's technically he's been alive for 8 years in real life. So it'd be pretty shocking to kill him. I think a lot of people have a lot of emotional investment in him, and you know, I mean, it was the same way with Glenn. Pretty much, he'd been on the show for 7 years and he got killed, but it's like, okay, you did that. Don't do it with Morgan. Do something different. You know, like, we get it. You kill off someone that's been around for a while. You don't have to prove that point a second time. So I just think that Morgan should live and Morgan should survive. So Scott Gimple, Robert Kirkman, if you're listening to this video, don't kill off Morgan. I am not kidding. I don't know what I'm going to do if he gets killed. I mean, I just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the shows anymore. Everyone else I like is dead, really. I mean, I like some other characters on Fear the Walking Dead, and some characters on The Walking Dead are okay, but you know, my top 2 favorite characters, Abraham's dead, Morgan's doing pretty well, and I really just want Morgan to survive. And I don't care if it's biased, and I don't care if I'm like a raging maniac, I don't, like an emotional crazy person about this. I want Morgan Jones to survive. I do. I don't think I'm asking for a lot. Kill 99% of the characters, but have Morgan be that special one that's always out there, that, you know, lives to his 90s and is able to tell the next generation all of his stories. I think it's a good fit for him. So yeah, I don't think he should ever die. I don't think Morgan Jones should ever die. So yeah. Maybe it's a crazy thing to ask for, but I'm asking. So yeah, with all that said, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 271 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 300 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts. Every bit of support matters and is greatly appreciated. So with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.